Never believe Vanderpump is about friendship. It's a competition show, and Raquel played to win. If there's one constant in Vanderpump Rules, it's that Tom Sandoval can turn even the most capable women into unwilling babysitters for his ego. Anyone watching him sing at them for more than 5 minutes deserves hazard pay. Yet somehow, Kristen and Ariana each made him tolerable by sheer force of personality. Left to his own devices, he's a clown with a mustache and a microphone. Add stimulants and a captive audience, and voila, the perfect petri dish for chaos. Enter Raquel. Depending on which season you re-watch with a magnifying glass, her affair with Sandoval either began in Season 8, on Rage Text Night, in the shadows of Season 9, or during the conveniently murky timeline of Season 10. Pick your conspiracy flavor. The decoy men, Peter, Oliver, Schwartz, were just chess pieces to disguise the real move. Her sudden confidence and wardrobe shift weren't simply post-breakup flourishes. They were victory laps for getting away with it. Supporters of the Rage Text Truthers theory point to Season 8, when Raquel vanished into the night, only to resurface with the shadiest Uber story ever told. Sheena said she got her home safe. Shiana also said Sandoval arranged the ride. Curious that James, rage texting from their shared apartment, somehow wasn't awake when she stumbled in. Whose couch indeed? By Season 9, coy greetings across the room and Raquel's carefully timed detachment from James suggested she was already hedging her bets. Breaking up with James wasn't simply about abuse, though his behavior was appalling enough. It was also about clearing the runway for her next storyline. The pageant contestant who once lied about volunteering with special needs kids to score points knew exactly how to position herself for screen time. And let's be honest, Raquel wasn't just some wide-eyed ingenue accidentally seduced by Sandoval's mentorship. She played the ingenue role expertly, pursuing Schwartz to needle Katie, gleefully interrogating Ariana about her sex life, and smiling like the cat who ate the canary when Ariana froze her eggs. There's a cruelty under the Bambi-eyed exterior, one that peeked out whenever the pain she caused actually landed. Still, Sandoval's fingerprints are everywhere. This is a man whose entire dating history is a case study in narcissistic grooming. To claim Raquel masterminded the affair while he sat helplessly manipulated would be laughable if it weren't so insulting. Narcissistic abuse warps logic, and he knew exactly how to exploit her insecurities, her desperation for relevance, and her dwindling sense of identity after pageantry. The affair itself was never a grand love story, more like a back-alley pact between two people who needed screen time. Vanderpump Rules isn't a friend group. It's a competition show for airtime and endorsements. Every fight, every confession, every crocodile tear serves one purpose: to stay relevant. In that sense, Raquel wasn't just betraying Ariana. She was auditioning. And the performance carried on right through the reunion. She didn't beg for sympathy, didn't spin excuses. She walked into the slaughterhouse and took every lashing, as though her role in the spectacle was to be sacrificed so the others could emerge righteous. It's telling that Ariana, once cheered for stealing Sandoval from Kristen, now wears the crown of betrayed heroine, while Raquel is branded the ultimate villain. The rules of the game haven't changed. Only the editing has. At the end of the day, Raquel may not be evil incarnate, but she's not innocent either. She's a reality TV contestant who mistook narcissistic gaslighting for devotion and cruelty for empowerment. She wanted love, money, and relevance. She got humiliation instead. Sandoval remains the scumbag at the center, but Raquel will forever be remembered as the contestant who thought she could win by climbing into the producer's chosen storyline. And she wasn't wrong. After all, the show did survive because of her. Everyone remembers Jax buying Brittany that boob job. But here's the part nobody talks about. It wasn't a gift, it was a weapon. Few moments encapsulate the toxic absurdity of Jax and Brittany's relationship more clearly than the infamous boob job. Jax, in true puppet master fashion, purchased his girlfriend's new chest as though he were shopping for customizable doll parts. Ariana later quipped in a confessional that Jax should simply date a doll he can swap out for the right hair, breasts, or personality. A joke that lands with a disturbing amount of truth. What began as a cosmetic procedure quickly became a weapon. Jax repeatedly held the surgery over Brittany, cementing an imbalance of power that would echo through their entire relationship. For Brittany, the refrain became, "I changed my whole life and moved to LA for you," while for Jax it was, "I paid for your body, and now I own it." From this point forward, their dynamic snowballed into a spectacle of resentment, control, and public humiliation. The doctor who performed the consultation bears his share of the blame. It was glaringly obvious that Jax was the driving force behind the surgery, and any responsible professional would have spoken to Brittany privately to confirm her consent. Instead, the scene played out like a grotesque shopping trip, with Jax dictating breast sizes as though he were ordering from a menu. The medical negligence was almost as chilling as Jax's gleeful entitlement. The tragedy, of course, is that Brittany embraced the implants as her best asset and even flaunted them during the couple's later breakups, mocking Jax for footing the bill. Yet the implants, unnatural in size and ill-suited to her frame, aged poorly, weighing her down physically and stylistically. She would look exponentially better, healthier, and more natural if she removed them, cut her hair, and allowed her face to recover from filler excess. Cosmetic enhancements have expiration dates, and Brittany herself has since admitted she intends to downsize when replacement becomes necessary. The irony is that the surgery was never about Brittany's self-image. It was Jax's vanity project, executed at her expense. He wanted her body to reflect his preferences, then acted as though the purchase granted him ownership. In one of his more grotesque lines, he told her, "I want him how I want him," a phrase that should have ended the entire relationship on the spot. Instead, Brittany married him and had a child, as though ignoring the truckload of red flags he delivered along the way. Looking back, the boob job wasn't just surgery. It was a metaphor. It symbolized how Jax commodified women, how Brittany traded autonomy for proximity, and how their relationship was doomed from the moment her body became his project. The implants are not simply silicone. They're the physical embodiment of everything wrong with their partnership. Shayna Shay's obsession with Rob wasn't romantic. It was delusional, desperate, and painfully on brand. Shayna Shay's obsession with Rob Valletta deserves its own entry in the annals of reality television delusion. One could practically build a shrine from her season-long fixation. A laminated page from the cleanup binder at his Big Bear cabin, the complimentary Allen wrench from his famed 7-minute TV installation, and perhaps a framed AI-generated baby photo of their imaginary daughter, Madison Marie Parks Valletta. Add the pink construction hat Shiana once donned in a doomed attempt at seduction, and the shrine is complete, equal parts pathetic and unintentionally hilarious. The problem, of course, is that Shiana didn't treat it as parody. She treated it as destiny. Rob, with his modest resume of handyman skills and rental properties, became her golden ticket. Never mind that the infamous dream home she paraded around was leased for Bravo cameras, or that the relationship was less love affair than resume builder for him. Shiana clung to him with a desperation that was both uncomfortable and oddly compelling. Her desperation wasn't born in a vacuum. Rob was the rebound from Shay, the addict husband who drained her bank account and left her dismantling comically oversized wedding photos from her apartment walls. Against that humiliation, Rob looked positively princely, reasonably attractive, gainfully employed, and capable of operating a screwdriver. He was, in Shiana's mind, proof that she could still win at love. The tragedy is that she wanted it so badly she sabotaged herself, turning a casual situationship into a tragic opera of unrequited devotion. And then there was the performance. Shayna's attempts at seduction, most notably her sexy construction worker bit, hinged on Rob harboring a blue-collar roleplay fantasy he clearly never subscribed to. The result was less sultry